Hey guys, welcome back to another fun build here at Vintage Honda Garage. My name is Chad. I just realized my hat's all kinds of goofy, but that doesn't matter. This isn't a fashion video, this is a motorcycle video. So what I would like to do is I would like to introduce you guys to our new build. So the story behind this is a 1978 Yamaha GT80. I found this on Marketplace, just about an hour and a half east over in Rhode Island. What I've learned from the guy I bought this from is he bought this from another guy who was selling some mini bikes, and he happened to see this hanging out behind. What I've gathered is the original owner had quite a few of these and essentially use this one as a parts bike. So what we're gonna do today is we're just gonna kind of go over all the stuff that we're gonna need to order for this project and kind of just get a good feeling for what this project's going to be. I'm trying to do a little bit of a budget build on this one. Gonna keep it hopefully around that $500, at most $600 total investment in this. The goal is to get it running, get it driving, and then send it down the road for someone else to enjoy. That's typically what I do with most of my projects. I like to fix, I like to get them going again, then I let someone else enjoy this. This bike is obviously way too small for me to really enjoy, but I really want to keep that budget low because the less money we spend, the more money we can hopefully make on the back end. If I sit there and dump $1,200 into this and can only get $800-900 for it, it's not really a smart investment on my part. So let's kind of explore this thing together. Starting from the front, we obviously need a front tire. This thing is cracked to hell. There is no tube or band on the inside. So part of that parts bike theory is he probably needed a tube, and he took it out of this one. Going up, we got some rust here. I feel like this will clean off pretty easily. A little bit of sanding, a little bit of spray paint should be okay. Rims are actually in pretty decent shape. Spokes are rusty, but that's what you're gonna have. Going further up, some pitting on these. We'll just have to hit these with some steel wool and do the best we can. No point in trying to get new ones or rechroming. Fender's in good shape. It's dirty, but it's not all bent up. The headlight is here. From what I could tell on the inside, I do believe the bulb is good. We're just missing a bolt over here. Coming up, speedometer looks to be in fairly decent shape. Got an ignition switch here. Looks like the key is actually broken off inside. So it's luckily broken off on the on side. We'll look into see how much one of these costs. Clutch lever, clutch cable. Let's see if that works. Handlebars are here. That seems a little bit on the bent up side. Handlebars themselves are pretty rusty. We might have to, I don't know, these are kind of ugly. I don't want to buy new ones because these are straight, so maybe this will be a sand and paint kind of deal, maybe paint them black. Same goes for this top bridge right here. This thing's kind of crusty. Maybe that'll be just a quick paint for silver. That's loose. That's a little disconcerting. Missing some bolts here, so the handlebars do kind of move around on us. Switch broken off. Turn signal seems to work. Who knows if any of the electronics work. Missing any throttle stuff, not a big deal. What is sort of a big deal though is this tank. This tank is pretty grody. I mean, just look at the cap. We're gonna do our best to bring this thing back, but no promises. This might be the thing that puts us over this budget, our $500 budget, if we have to buy a new tank. Nice big old dent here. Looks like someone was probably racing and crashed on it. That could be pulled if we wanted to do the work, but I think I might just leave it. Once again, rust up top. Don't know how much we can do about that. What I'm thinking is this thing was left outside for a long time. Coming down to the engine, you can see missing a carburetor. That's kind of a big deal. These bikes take a certain type of carburetor, a clamp-on style, which I know aren't the most common out there. Clutch cable, not sure if the clutch is functioning or not. We'll have to dig into that. It does shift into gear. This is a 3-up type trans. As far as the motor does turn, but it doesn't sound the greatest. I'm thinking water is possibly in there, causing everything to kind of be a little bit goofy. I'm gonna drain the oil, and I've got a couple of tricks to hopefully flush that out. No spark plug, coil wire is kaput, no exhaust. I do believe water has gotten in there because we can actually see, I don't know if you guys can see, but can I turn on a light here? Let's see, does that, sorry, I'm kind of figuring out this camera as I go. Guess not. But I don't know if you guys can see, but our piston does look like it's got a little bit of rusty water on it. So that might be something we have to address. What we'll end up doing is we'll pull this side cover off, check our oil pump. I'm going to end up pulling the oil pump assembly or disengaging the oil pump assembly. These bikes are originally an oil injection system, but as you can see on the other side there, we don't have an oil tank, and those are not cheap. So we're just gonna run a premix on this. Brake rod is all messed up, so we'll have to get a new one of those. Some rust everywhere else. Seat is in okay shape, still has the Yamaha logo on the back. A little bit of a tear there, a little bit of a tear there. If we open it up, you see it's fairly complete. Looks like the wiring harness is mostly there. I bet you if we threw a battery in this, most of the electronics would probably work. But we run into the problem with the key being broken off in there. If we can't get a new key, then, you know, there's no point in putting a battery in here because it would just sit there and be on. Taillight looks complete. Taillight assembly looks like it's all there. Rear fender is nice and straight. Looks good. Rear wheel is there. The tire is holding air, though she's a little bit on the crack side and pretty worn down. Looks like someone was doing a little bit of burnouts with it or doing a lot of street riding. These are street legal bikes at the end of the day. So depending upon how much a tire costs and how much our budget is looking, we may replace that, or we may just let the next person to own it know that you're gonna need a rear tire. So like I said, kind of the whole goal of this video was just to show you guys the project and start establishing some of the things that we're gonna need for this. I can already see that sticking to that $500, $600 budget's gonna be tough unless I can find some really good deals. I know a couple people that might be able to help me, but looks like I'm gonna have to start hitting eBay here and getting stuff in. So on the next video, we'll start kind of tearing into this thing a little bit more. We'll take the engine out. We'll see about fluids and things like that. We'll take the front forks off, start cleaning those up a little bit, and then hopefully start getting some parts in that we can start putting onto the bike to kind of get a little bit of a checklist going. And I'll keep you guys updated as far as price goes on this so that you guys have somewhat of an idea of what to expect if you were to buy one of these and try to fix it and flip it yourself. So that's it for now. We'll go ahead. We'll see you on the next video.